Hello, I'm Courtney and welcome to Booktalk. Today I'm going to be discussing The Young Elites by Marie Lu, and I literally just finished it and like my heart, I feel so just depressed and traumatized, and I loved it so much, but it just killed me. It killed me. And this is why I did not read this to get myself out of my reading slump that I've been in for the last couple of months. And this is actually the first dystopian fantasy book I've read in 3 months, the last one being Cress, so it's been a while. But for my first dystopian book I've read in 3 months, this book was awesome and it kicked some serious butt, and it was so dark and scary, and I was just freaked out, but I liked it a lot. But if you don't know what The Young Elites is about, this is about a girl named Adelina, and she's technically a villain in a way, and she's about to be executed, and all of a sudden, her powers, explode, and then she's, saved, and she's part of this thing, this, group called the Daggers, and it's so cool, and it's, there's this guy named Enzo, he's a prince, and they're trying to let him take over the throne, and they're all Malfetos. Malfetos are these people who have really strange powers, and people make fun of them and judge them. But if you have not read this, read it. I remember when this came out and I neglected reading it because I thought it sounded like Legend, but I hadn't even read Legend at the time. So I regret saying those things, but I love this book so much. So please go read it if you've not read it. Please leave now, because you will be spoiled, because there are, I'll go all spoilery discussion on, right now. So, goodbye, not spoilers. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, so The Young Elites. I wish I took notes on this, because so much stuff happened in this book, and I really wish I took notes. But I didn't, because I'm an idiot. But, The Young Elites. Where do I even begin? Adelina, our main character, she's crazy and creepy, but I loved it. Her darkness was so for some odd reason, I like dark characters in a way. Sometimes I'll like the villain better than the hero. Book-wise, no, but TV-wise and movie-wise, most of the time, I'll like the villain better than the main character. I remember when Zelda from, not Zelda, I met Zelina when she was on Once Upon a Time last season. I liked her better than some people, because Zelina, you can't just hate Zelina, I'm just saying. I'm sorry for calling her Zelda. But, Adelina, the beginning, where she tells the story about how she gets into jail, and reading that scene, I was so angry at it, because it's not her fault. It was that stupid horse's fault that killed the dad. She was running away, and, well, technically, it's also Violetta's fault, too, because she ran away, and then Violetta showed up, and Adelina was like, don't tell dad that I'm running away, and Violetta was like, okay, pinky swear, and so then, Adelina, she's going down, running, and then all of a sudden, guess who showed up? The dad, and I was like, Violetta, you're a tattletale. You're like Snow White from Once Upon a Time. But I don't know, Violetta told. Maybe the dad had a gut feeling, but who knows. But the dad was crazy. He's psychopath, psycho. He needs to be in a mental institute. I did not like him, and I'm glad he's dead, because he deserves to be dead. But he's yelling at Adelina, and then all of a sudden Adelina gets really angry, and I guess her powers come out then, because I felt they kind of showed then. She just didn't realize it. I guess she was just so angry. And they're fighting, and she pushes him down, and he's blind or something, and then all of a sudden it was he fell under the horse, and the horse got scared, and this was Adelina's horse she was gonna run away on, and then he stepped on Dad. So it was that horse's fault. He should have gone and murdered. But no, they said it was Adelina's fault. And then, oh my gosh, when they found Adelina and Violetta was there, and she let her go to jail, I was just Violetta, I don't like Violetta, by the way. I was not excited when we were reunited with her. I was just like, oh, I wish you stayed in jail. I don't know why, I don't like her. I like her power, but not her. Like, no. But, oh my gosh, the whole scene where she's on her execution day, and then all of a sudden, she makes the sky, like, black, and, like, there was those, like, illusions there, those ghost people, in a way. They kind of remind me of, like, dark Mormons. Not Mormons, like, those, I don't know what they're called. You know those Brother Zachariah people from, like, the Mortal series, and, like, what they wear? I haven't read the series, but I know who they are. But I imagine those, just, like, scary. But that scene was so awesome to read. Like, it was so cool. And I was just like, you go. And her power's so dark. And in the end, Rafael was explaining how he was like, you know, like, your power is dark. Like, I can't train you. Like, you can't go to light. You're, like, immune to the light. Like, darkness. I don't know. But she's just dark. Like, and even if Adelina tried to be, like, nice and light, it would fail. She's just a dark person. She's been through so much stuff. She's not gonna become nice. And she's especially gonna be mean in the next book because of what happens in the end of The Young Elise, which I will talk about later, because I'm not ready to talk about that right now. But, characters. We got Rafael. I love Rafael. He's so nice. And by the way, I thought it so funny that he's a prostitute. But I felt bad, because, like, people would hurt him, like, during stuff that they were doing. And I felt bad for him. I was just like, Rafael! But now I'm skeptical of Rafael because of what happened at the end. And just, why did you have to say that, Rafael? Why did you have to be like, you wanted to kill her all along? And I was just like, But, I think I'll always love Rafael, but that moment, I was just like, you ruined it. But then we got Enzo, and Enzo's my favorite. I love Enzo a lot. Like, he's so, I love him so much. He's great. He's fire. He's technically kind of like Selena from Throne of Glass, just male-wise. He's also the prince of this country, but he's a Malfedo, so he can't rule the country. Which that sucks. But, and then we got Taryn, and I hate Taryn with, like, a passion. Like, Taryn, oh my gosh, he just got on my nerves. He's so, and I remember, the first Taryn chapter, he's talking to the queen, and, like, they're having an affair, and then the queen was like, oh, I'll see the king wake up in his mistress' bed, and I was just like, hold up. So, you're having an affair, and the king is also having an affair, and you both know about it, and you're both okay with it. What? Wait. That's not right. It's supposed to only be the queen's having an affair, or the king, not both. I've never read something like that, and I found that really interesting, and by the way, I'm glad the king's dead. He wasn't never important. I bet the queen's gonna become really important. And by the way, I don't like that queen. She's gonna do some bad stuff in the Rose Society. I can sense it. Yeah, but I don't like Taryn. Like, when he threatened Adelina, I was just like, you better get away from Adelina, because she can use her dark powers on you. Like, you better go, man, because you're about to get killed. But Adelina, she never tried to, like, kill Taryn, except at the end. But that was a mishap, which I will talk about later, because I'm not ready to talk about that ending. But, let's see. What happened? So much stuff happened in this book, and I don't remember any of it, because one, this book took me, like, 2 weeks to read, and two, I didn't take notes. So I'm kind of just trying to think about what happened. Okay, I have to talk about this. If you saw my GOODREADS review, I, like, posted it, like, not that long ago. Like, right when I finished the book, I went to GOODREADS, because that's what I always do when I finish a book. I mentioned that I thought everyone was stupid, which is so true, and let me explain here why I thought everyone was stupid. Like, they were just making the most, like, stupidest decisions, and I was like, guys, what are you doing? Like, for example, at the end, Rafael hasn't shown up in a while, and I'm just like, where's Rafael? And so then, later on, you see Taryn's captured Rafael, and then all of a sudden Enzo comes in, and Enzo's like, you know what? I'm gonna challenge you to a duel. And I'm just like, Enzo, what are you doing? Because Taryn, he's like this awesome swordsman fighter thingamabob. And I'm like, Enzo, you are going to die. Like, you're gonna die. And, like, that was stupid. Like, you should have known better than not to challenge him. But no, he was like, let's challenge. And how Adelina was giving information to Taryn, but that's because he was holding her sister hostage, so excused. But, like, still, no, this whole situation, so Taryn, she's working with Taryn, like, working, not really, she's, like, kind of being forced because he's holding Violetta hostage, but, Adelina, being this idiot, never told the daggers that she was, like, giving Taryn information, and he was holding her sister hostage. If she had told, they could have worked through it, and she could have given him false information. Like, I really wish she should have told, because a lot of things, like, a lot of stuff could have changed. But no, she told him information, and she didn't tell the daggers. So that's why the daggers don't like her, because she didn't tell. And that gives them another reason not to like her. And if I was them, I probably wouldn't like her either, because I would have been like, you should have told us, we could have helped you. But no, Adelina was like, you know what, I'm not going to tell them because I don't care. But, okay, I guess it's ending time. So, we're at the duel, and I'm just like, Enzo, you're so screwed. Like, I don't even know. But, so they're fighting, and all of a sudden, Enzo gives a single, and all the daggers show up, and they're fighting, but then all of a sudden, all these inquisitors show up, and, like, everyone's fighting, it's bloody, and then, so Adelina, she was doing illusions, but then, and she made an illusion for Enzo that he was Taryn, so it was like, Taryn was looking at himself like a mirror, and so she lets go, so then you see Enzo, and so then, Adelina is sliced across the chest, and she's laying down, and she thinks she sees Taryn, so she gets all this anger. I'm like, yeah, Taryn's gonna die. And because my two friends were telling me Enzo died, and I was like, no, he doesn't. And my friend was like, no, he doesn't. And I was like, I believe you, I don't believe you too. And so she's like, anywho, she's making all this anger towards Taryn, and then all of a sudden she looks, and it's Enzo. Like, and she's like, oh no, I need to stop this. Like, but she can't. And so then Enzo dies. Like, Taryn grabs him and stabs him and he dies. And I was just like, oh, I was so mad. I was just like, no, he ain't dead. And little theory of mine, I don't believe he's dead because of that epilogue. In this epilogue, we meet two new characters, Maybe and Tristan. Maybe is this princess of the Skylands, and she can bring people back from the dead, because this Tristan guy is her brother, and she, like, visited the underworld one time in her sleep, and brought Tristan back. So I think she's going to bring Enzo back, because she wants Enzo to be king of whatever the place is called, Estenia, Kendria, whatever place it is. So I think Enzo's gonna come back from the dead, and be like, what's up? And then Enzo and Adelina reunion, because I ship them so hard. By the way, there was a love square in this book. Enzo, Rafael, and Taryn, just saying. But, I'm so excited for the Rose Society. Like, Rose Society, give me. But, overall, I love this book. I gave it a 90%. So if you like this book talk, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to watch more, click the subscribe button down below. I'm Courtney, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye!